So, Jimmy Buckets. Like, we all know the crazy stuff that's going on with Jimmy Butler right now in the NBA. But there is one team that have pretty much made it clear that they don't want Jimmy Butler. A team that Jimmy Butler was happy going to at one stage for basketball reasons. And it's the Golden State Warriors. I think now the big problem with the Jimmy Butler situation is that Jimmy Butler is only going to go to Phoenix. And the reason why he's going to go to Phoenix is Phoenix are going to pay him long term. This is not about, and I don't understand why he's not just playing out the year with Miami. Like, if he knows the Phoenix Suns are going to give him that deal, why does he not just play out the year with Miami? And instead of tarnishing his own reputation, why does he not just go, you know what, screw it. Let Phoenix try to trade Beal with anyone, then I'm going to sign in the summer. Because they need to trade Beal anyway. And this stops the whole disaster saga. But, like, I mean, the man's one-upping, two-upping, three-upping James Harden. Like, he is somehow one-upped going to a country that hates your GM and saying, Daryl Morey is a liar and should not be trusted. Like, he is one-upping that. But, yeah, either way, though, Jimmy Butler is not going to, that is for the WNBA channel, he's not going to the Warriors. He is not going to the Warriors because they don't want to give him a long-term contract. They aren't bringing him in because they don't want to pay him. And they want to keep Wiggins. And fair play, because, you know what, like, I don't know, like, you're going to have to give up Wiggins, and you're going to have to go, you're going to have to give up Wiggins, and you're probably going to have to go and give up Kuminga and maybe some capital to get Jimmy Butler. What's the point? Honestly, what's the point? Like, you're not going to get much better. So, I just don't see it. They don't have interest in giving him the deal he's waiting for on the other end. I don't think they're looking to make him a rental and have it be a strained relationship with him come to town if they were somewhere able to get him. And the reality of the situation is that it would be a rental. And Jimmy Butler will do the exact same thing in Golden State as he is currently doing in Miami. Because Jimmy Butler, when he doesn't want to be somewhere, he will make it a horrible divorce. And look, Jimmy Butler is a legend. And I mean this. Jimmy Butler is a legend in Miami. This will all be forgotten about in a couple of years. But right now, like, I'm sorry. Pat Riley's literally... You want to know what Pat Riley's biggest crime is? It's telling Jimmy Butler to show up to work. Like, that is the biggest crime with Pat Riley. Telling Jimmy Butler to show up to work and telling Jimmy Butler to stop talking trash when he's not playing. That is his biggest crime. I'm sorry, like, even if you don't like Pat Riley, even if you think Pat's in the wrong, if Pat's in the wrong, Jimmy's, like, if you think Pat's crossed the line, Jimmy's so far past the line's a damn dot to him. And that's all that I'm going to say, is Jimmy's gone so far in the wrong. Even if you think that Pat Riley's in the wrong, Jimmy is so far in the wrong. And now it's literally a case where he's saying, I'm only going to play for Phoenix, and told no other team to trade for him because they need to give him $60 million a year. Need to give him, would that make him I think they make him the most highest paid player in the NBA. Basically, if you are not willing to make a 38-year-old Jimmy Butler the highest paid player in the NBA, then don't trade for him. So that's why no one's trading for him. So I think he's just going to play for Miami. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think Miami aren't going to go and give him up for... I don't think Miami are going to give him up for a second-round pick. And I don't think Pat Riley's going to back down on this one. I don't. And if he refuses to play or he starts shooting those one-leg fadeaways, then he's going to get suspended again and miss out on his money. And I don't think the NBA are going to be able to do anything because if he's clearly sabotaging his team while on the floor and they try to fight from the Players Association then becomes screwed in the next CBA arguments. I could see the 2030 or 2028 CBA, whatever it is, I genuinely think I could see that maxing contracts of 3 years. I think that could we could see a max length contract 3 years, maybe a max of 2 years, because of what is happening with the likes of Jimmy Butler, because of Paul George instantly becoming washed when he signs a max, because of Jamal Murray seemingly stopping caring about basketball when he signs a max, Zion Williamson barely playing basketball after signing a max. Like, there's too many of these. Like, we all know about the Gilbert Arenas contract from back in the day. Like, we all know how bad that Gilbert contract was. Like, people have talked about that for years and years and years, how bad it was. But, like, we're seeing 5 Gilbert Arenas-esque contracts a year right now. And then you've got one of those Gilbert Arenas-esque contracts causing the new Dwightmare as well. He's getting paid $50 million to be injured half the time, and he's causing a freaking worse version of Dwightmare. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. And fair play to the Warriors. They know that this is just an absolute shit show. Joe Lake and Mike, don't leave you meet there. Sounds like it's getting a little spicy as far as post-loss unpacking what happened on the floor. You felt some people who walked by and even engaged with Joe and Mike could really feel frustration from the group, and that makes a lot of sense. They just got beaten really badly. Like, whether it's Jimmy Butler or anyone else, there's going to be a constant recalculation happening for teams with the Warriors. What do they need to do? Whatever they need to do is not him. Like, I'm sorry, it's not Jimmy Butler. Like, do you want to know what mistake the Golden State Warriors made? This was the mistake the Golden State Warriors made. They kept Draymond Green after he Superman punched Jordan Poole right after they won a championship. That was the mistake. Draymond Green should have been, even if you didn't want to trade the guy and get rid of him, you suspend him. You give him a 10-game suspension. He did not get suspended, and what did he go on to do in that playoffs? He curb stomped an opponent. And then you had to get rid of Jordan Poole because Jordan Poole wasn't with it. Jordan Poole is doing okay for Washington. But I'm telling you, it's genuinely a good, like, it would have been a better situation than now if they still had Jordan Poole. But the Warriors are smart. They're not mortgaging their future for a player that they know they're not going to pay. And the entire Jimmy Butler situation it's the James Harden situation all over again. And James Harden's gotten what he's wanted every single time. But at least the teams have got the assets for him. Like, if you were the Sixers, you at least got some players back for Harden. You didn't get better, but you at least got something back. I thought the Nets got a very... Oh, actually, no. The Nets got Ben Simmons. But the Rockets got a great haul for Harden, I guess. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. The Jimmy Butler situation. Look, again, even if you guys are on team... I don't understand how you can be on team Jimmy Butler. I get it even if you think Pat Riley's in the wrong, but I still do not understand how you can be on team Jimmy Butler. The man is going to his coffee shop. A coffee shop that he's probably isn't even in that much, and is constantly saying, like, he's posting videos of him like hyping up his employees and being like, this is what a boss should really be like. And it's like, man, you've probably never spoken to that employee before in your life. And you're posting these. Like, he's going down the James Harden route. And you know what? I have to give him some credit because it's creative, the routes he's going down to try to get out of Miami. It is creative. But anyway, I'll see you guys.